What is up, Hamradio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Hamradio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Sunday. That means it's time for
Shenanigans.
Oh God. I got so much stuff to talk about.
Oh hell.
I don't, a lot of it is about nothing. But before we do that, we're gonna thank these guys here because all of these guys like to hang out and listen to me talk to nothing, and they like to give me gas money to go to parks and do nothing because I do a bunch of nothing and I have a lot of beef. But that's beside the point. Thank you. Thanks to each and every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. Also, we're going to give a big shout out. A little bit of changing around here. Charlie Golf Charlie moved up a spot over the last board we had. And big shout out to Kilo 8 Golf Quebec for the big pizza donation today. So thank you guys very much. And also, one thing that I always forget to do, and I'm going to try to make myself do this more, is shout out to all the guys in the green in the chat because they are my YouTube channel members and they help me quite a bit as well. And if you are a YouTube channel member or a Patreon and you're not using your benefits because you do not know what your benefits are or you do not know how to use your benefits, I would say email me, but it will get lost in a big hassle. So email Dan or Hayden, and they will fuss at me until I get something done. And it's more efficient that way because they like to fuss at me, and then I have to do things. So
that's true.
That's what it is, you know.
Yeah.
So what's up, Mr. Dan?
Not a lot, man. Busy day hunting till the bands went the midday doldrums. Took a little break.
The midday doldrum.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the PZN hour?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. James is like, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. Let's get on 40 meters.
No, 1 o'clock is worse. 1 o'clock is worse. I really felt bad because I missed a 1 o'clock hour today. I normally try to make sure and get that 1 o'clock hour in because everybody normally right at about 12:40ish to 1 o'clock. Everybody's in Discord just absolutely raising Cain. Man, stuck. I can't hear nobody. This is rah. So I jump in there, and all of a sudden they all hunt me, and they stop fussing. And Discord's a much more pleasant place. So I do that to make Discord a much more pleasant place. So, but speaking of Discord, oh Lord, Charlie Golf Charlie already trying to get his name up here, stirring up stuff.
He has a good question.
I am subscribed on YouTube. What is the difference? All right, a YouTube channel member, Charlie Golf Charlie, they actually go and if you look at the very bottom here, let me see how to do it. I got to get it over here on YouTube. If you go down to the bottom of the chat, I mean, don't show it on mine, but it says become a member of this channel. And basically, it's a little bit like Patreon, same deal. You pay monthly like you do on Patreon, and your benefits are actually with the tier you're in. You're covered on that. If you want to do it extra, hey, I'll take it because I like extra. But anyway,
I have to ask. Okay. This might get us in some trouble, but it is shenanigans.
Okay.
So we're going to ask, PP, what is it you have in your hands?
Oh my God! This better be YouTube friendly, PP man. Because
I mean, we never know. I
don't need to have to cut to a fast commercial break really quick. Oh, see, look there, Steven decided that he didn't like being knocked backwards by Charlie, and he said I'm going to try to get back ahead of him, and everybody thinks Steven is the missing link, but he still hunts me, so I'm sorry for the rest of you guys that don't get to hang out with him, but I'm still cool. But it's about the size of a deck of cards. Oh God, yeah, you. Are
we going to play charades now?
YouTube. You can't say that on YouTube, PP man.
Yeah.
You're pulling that QRP stuff. Well, while he's determining what he's going to say, uh, I got to thinking. We were just mentioning Discord, and if you do POTA and you're not on my Discord, you're just cheating yourself for one. You're really cheating yourself. Discord doesn't cost you a dime, and everybody who does POTA should be in my Discord because it's just the most amazing POTA Discord there is. But I'm going to give you another reason why you should be in Discord, okay? Because, see, the people in Discord, they're allowed in the kingdom's capital in the gates. The people who's not in Discord are known as the king's peasants. But here's the thing. All these people that's allowed in the gates, they're all wanting, titles and lands and all this cool stuff. So we've conjectured a plan. I'm wanting to give out little bits and pieces of the king's land. So if you are an activator and you are in Discord, it is not only your right, but your duty to go out and conquer land for the king.
You said duty.
Therefore, you should be a park leader at a park and make that park yours in the name of the king.
That's right.
So,
especially if it's your home park and it's the closest one to you, like maybe Wallback. I mean, just throwing it out there,
So here's the thing. I don't want to hear about the parks you already own. Okay, I don't want to hear about the ones you already own. Okay, the king already knows you guys own those because it is his kingdom. Look there, Stephen, Charlie Golf. Charlie said, buddy. He said, no, I'm staying. I'm staying on the top.
Got you by that penny.
That's how it works. And speaking of this battle right now between Stephen and Chris, there's also somebody else in that top 10 that is $1 away from another slot. I'm not going to say who that is because I'll just let everybody figure that out. But somebody's $1 above somebody else. But anyway, so I want you to go out and claim new land for the king. And every stream, I want you to tell me what new lands you've claimed. And then I'm going to try to keep an eye. I can't keep an eye on all of them, but I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. And if you lose that land, you better hope it's to another Discorder, because if you lose it to a peasant, you're going to be publicly shamed and put in the king's stocks.
That is great.
If you are a hunter, you should own that park, the hunting side, as well. That doesn't make it your land, but doesn't make you able to travel through it. Kyle. You're just going to have to go out and stake your claim to a piece of the king's land and say in honor of the matter of fact, Kyle, you should go take over a park and you should put out either a short or a TikTok staking claim in the name of the king of your property. I think that's what you should do, Kyle. That's how you would get loved. Eddie said, just in case it's me, I'll go ahead and take that $1.99 super chat and take that spot. But Eddie,
Kyle and Jason 2.0 have been staking their claim to a lot of parks up in New England over the past week. They've been tearing it up, so kudos for them.
They did do a lot of parks. I don't know if they staked claim to them though.
Yeah, they did quite a few.
I actually got to work Jason when he did the big station.
Whiskey 1 Alpha Whiskey. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm losing my mind today. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm not thinking straight. I can't do CW where it's a quarter today. I did a lot of CW today, but I messed up a whole lot today. So
well, I learned Saturday that Kyle can't do CW either after he looks at a picture of Chipotle. So apparently I had him I numbed his mind for about 30 to 45 seconds there. And
although
drooling.
Although, like there, everybody trying to figure out who that dollar is. Even though I know David ain't trying to figure out that dollar is, but I appreciate you very much. So you're scared of that crazy wingnut Bravo guy, David? Come on now, you can show him what's up. I'm trying to get some little friendly competition going here, people. Like because our court jester, he's in a friendly competition for third place in his home park.
Fourth.
So he's in fourth, but he's in a competition for third.
Yeah.
He's competing hard for that third place spot.
He was out there today. He got a whole bunch. So he said
he went back out today. He may be in the third spot now.
He was going to hit 20 meters, but he said some creeper pulled up behind him and it wouldn't leave.
Terry, I've told you many a times, do not back up into a state park. I didn't know. I didn't realize it. I was wondering why he was late coming to my hunt today. So he must have been out at getting home because he missed a couple of bands hunting me, and he don't normally do that.
Oh no, that's right. You were at Kanawha, not. You should have been. What?
So he's probably trying to go ahead and get his third place there built up or something. I don't know who's in third place there. Let's go look at that one. Let's go see where Terry.
He's trying to lay his claim to multiple parks simultaneously.
Let's go see where Terry is at Canal. Seeing how Dan is a foreigner and cannot say Canal.
How do you say it? Canal.
Canal.
Okay.
You sound like Google Earth. Canawall or whatever you said. We pronounce things the right way here in West Virginia. Like hurricane is pronounced hurricane.
Hurricane. That's right. What about tornadoes? Are those naders? What if a nader goes over your mater field?
All right, we're pulling up Kanawha, as Dan calls it. And
I just say it how it's written. I didn't know there was a Minganese pronunciation for it.
Prior to today, Terry was in fourth place. So Terry is once again fighting for that third place. Terry's going to be the third place guy.
Yeah. Bringing up the rear.
I will tell you what. It looks like, I don't know how many Terry got today, but if he took over third place, he took third place from the number 2 activator in West Virginia.
Oh, really? That's not bad then.
So that I won't give him too much slack.
Yeah.
But he'll have some work to do before he'll catch second.
All right, let's see. Getting back to this thing PP has. It's the size of a deck of a playing cards. He had to drive 2 hours for it. And what else you gonna let us know about it there, PP? I think I know what it is.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh yeah.
I definitely know what it is. But
it's QRP.
But the question is, does it already have power poles put on it, and why is it not in the mail?
That's true.
That's the big question. Size of a deck of playing cards and it's black. That is kind of rare.
Oh.
So
I think you'll have fun with it.
My question:
What's your first activation going to be with it? That's the question. Is it going to be a soda or a POTA?
Probably a soda. Good, because I only have to get 4 contacts in a soda.
That's true.
Speaking of soda, I do have one planned for this week. I have secured me a safe passage into a untamed area, and it's bad because I got to finish these, and I'm doing these in West Virginia, and it's also becoming hunting season in West Virginia. So the only thing that makes a person from West Virginia more territorial over their woods than their weed patches is their hunting patches. So it gets uh, beefy, man. How long is a pigtail supposed to be? I don't think I had one of those in school. Oh, those were rat tails, wasn't they? I don't know, PP man. I'll get back with you on that after the stream.
Make it 25 feet long, PP. Make it 25 feet long of 8 gauge, so there's no voltage drop.
You ain't even right.
You imagine you getting that thing in the mail as 25 foot of 8 gauge wire.
I'm like, man, this is going to be awful heavy for what the?
Oh my god,
Oh,
that'd be hilarious.
yeah. I actually got this. This week's going to be kind of busy because I do have that soda planned, and I don't know which night this week, but I know one night this week I will be roving several parks that I need to get in Western Kentucky.
Nice.
Yeah, my buddy who does the deliveries for his job, he's actually going out to Western Kentucky, and he'll be staying out there that night and dropping off the next morning, and then heading back. I was like, ooh, so can I rove while you sleep? He's like, well,
as long as you bring it back with a full tank. It's kind of like renting a car.
I will not give his name because I probably shouldn't say, on YouTube somebody's name that's letting me rove in their vehicle while they're sleeping. Well, their work vehicle, whatever. But hey,
How was the Mothman Festival?
dude, the Mothman Festival was fun. As always, it's always nice to go a place where you can find people weirder than the people you find in Walmart.
That's hard.
That's a really hard thing to do. But in West Virginia, we have the Mothman Festival and we have Mingo County, so we've got two chances to do that.
Yeah.
So,
did you get any pictures with the Mothman?
I don't remember if I took one with the Mothman or not. My big one that I took was with Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I seen him walking by, and I had to have that picture done because I don't. But there were some really interesting characters at the Mothman. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, if you say they're stranger than what you find in a Walmart, I mean, you're setting the bar pretty damn high for strangeness.
Well, I mean, first off, it was close to 100 degrees that day, and you're out in the sun, and you got people wearing full black costumes, long sleeves. I mean, some of them furry, some of them not furry. Wings, antennas, all the good stuff. But you'll see a few of the people. I got some footage coming up because that happens to be one of my favorite parks anyway. So the festival, of course, is outside the park, but
yeah,
it's right there. It's all good. It's a loaded bunch of fun. So yeah, good stuff. So Kyle, I seen you in the chat. Well, Jason's in the chat too. you guys take over any parks up there? Become big park leaders while you're there, or are you guys just pretty much in and out? I know. Every time I'd see y'all on the spots, by the time I got to a park to get y'all were gone.
I know they had some rough time for sure. Some of the parks had a QRM noise floors kind of deal. The bands being crappy, but I got them activated. So. Leaderboard. They said they got the leaderboard on several of them. So
nice. I always like to go to a state way away from where I'm at and then take the leaderboard. That's just great because you know people's wondering like, what is this guy from Missouri and this guy from Texas? How are they on the leaderboard here? I live down the street. Well, you know what that means. If you live down the street, you're not very active.
Yeah, they hit a lot of parks that I hit when I was doing my road up there over the summer. So that was pretty cool.
I also love kilos in other states. That's my big thing. If I like to get a kilo in states. I've got I've got West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Virginia, Florida. I think that's all my kilos in other states right now.
Just to tell you about the park spread in South Georgia here, I have more parks activated in New Hampshire and Florida than I do in my own state. So go figure, right?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
5064 is what we're going to look at here.
If you don't have at least 100 QSOs right there, I'm going to close the browser tab.
Oh, looky here. I see why he's telling me to check it out. Okay. That's just awesome. Huckleberry Ridge.
Yeah, that's a really we me, Toby, Brian, and Joe activated that park as well, and that was a weird one if I recall, because you go up a residential kind of windy road, and on the way up it's like there's no way in hell there's a park at the end of this, and all of a sudden you hit a cul-de-sac and there's signage right here. It says Huckleberry Ridge State Forest, and I'm like, okay, cool. 110, that's awesome. You got way more than I did there. I think I was in and out. I think I got like, I don't know, maybe a handful.
Well,
10, 15, something like that.
I really hope you guys took leaderboard at some other park, because you should have never showed me that park, being that it's Huckleberry Ridge.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely going to be the Huckleberry. I'll say challenge accepted. It's time for a New York road trip just for that park. Oh, I think Jason probably picked that one just like, what year we're gonna take PZN off. We're gonna take the lead on Huckleberry. Oh, funny stuff.
You should have left your patch on the board there, Jason. It said, "I'll be your Huckleberry," or I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah.
Oh,
been great.
That's awesome. I seen a Huckleberry Park somewhere else, and I can't remember where it was. But I know I wanted to go to it too. But now I've got one that's cool, because I need to go up. I need to do the road that they did. Really, I've got some of those states, but I've got to get a lot of states up there in the Northeast for sure to seal my deal.
They're actually the easier ones to get. It's a lot easier to get states up in the Northeast than it is, say, the Northwest, because they're closer together.
Well,
you can get 6 states in one day pretty easy.
Speaking of the Northwest, I was watching Jason and Kyle the other night, and they started mentioning this new Hamradio show in July. And said they were going to go to it, and I started looking, and I was like, it's called HamCon Zion, and it's up in southern Utah. And I was like, that seems like that would be fun. So I don't know who I was going. I know Jason and Kyle, and I think they said Frank was going. I'm not sure who else, but I might be down to go to Southern Utah next July and knock out some new to me states. So yeah, be a good time for sure.
Well, I'm good all up and down the East Coast. I got every one of them activated. So I need to start working west more, like Ohio, Indiana, and then westward. So.
I've got Ohio and Indiana. That's easy.
Well, yeah, they're in your backyard. Yeah. They're just a tad bit farther away from down here.
Well, I wouldn't say backyard, but Ohio is. But Indiana's a little bit. Dude, I've looked. I keep looking. I've been looking online. I'm trying to find some place that'll just like rent me like a John boat out there to do that park out in Kentucky that I got to get. That way I don't have to pull the kayak all the way out there, because it's about a mile. From what I understand, it's about 1.5 miles upstream from the boat dock. And not that I can't kayak 1.5 miles upstream, but that's a big river and boats go through there really, really fast. And not that I mind a tip, but I don't want to tip in a kayak with radio.
That kind of tip. My bad.
So I'm thinking, maybe trying to rent a John boat or something like that. They've got river tours up through there, but I don't think a river tour is gonna be like, hey, can you drop me off here like a taxi? You guys, if anybody in Louisville, Kentucky has a boat Uber, let me know.
You can always jump off the boat whenever you're ready.
Well, again, that's putting the radio and equipment. Hey, thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member, Mr. Charlie Golf Charlie. That enables you to that gives you the benefit of you're allowed to whisper on my activations. Oh, I wonder what people who doesn't know my Discord and stuff really think when I've got a pile up and everybody's screaming trying to get through, and this guy comes through and whispers to me and gets through every time. Of course, when you whisper with 1,500 watts, it's a little louder than some other people's whispers.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, God.
He does have about a 37 dB whisper.
Dude, his voice, period. Because I've met him in person. You have too. His voice, period, is just. It's just.
I thought it was his damn radio settings. Like maybe he just runs compression or mic gain's hot. And so I met him in Huntsville and he walked up to me and goes, "Hello." And I'm like, okay, it's not the mic gain settings. All right, cool.
So the funny thing was, we had a 12 operator at my cabin that night, and we all passed a 2-meter around and did park to parks on 2 meters at night. We did 2 meters and 70 centimeters, and the first round, George was holding it beside me, and then he just handed it to me. But George was holding it when Chris went. So the next round, he said, "You hold this when Chris goes." I'm like, "Why?" And Chris gets in the handheld, and he's talking through this thing, and it's vibrating my whole body. And I'm like, "This is just crazy." Like
I'm telling
you, he's got a DX expedition braking voice is what he's got. He could probably get on a daggone stupid G90 or something and break into a DXpedition.
He could probably just stand on the shores of Bouvet and just talk, and the waves wouldn't even come ashore. They should have took you on the expedition, man. It wouldn't have been so rough for them to get on the island.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem was the boats couldn't pack enough moonshine out there to get him together.
That's true. You're like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh,
Oh, oh my goodness.
so yeah, I mean, I'm definitely thinking about Southern Utah. That sounds like a good time because there's a lot of states I need to go to out there anyway, and
All of them. Yeah.
all of them. You're right. I got to go pretty much everything out in the Northwest. Anything past, well, really past Illinois, Indiana, Illinois. I need out west.
Yep.
So the East Coast, I'm pretty much covered. Besides a few of those states up there that Kyle and Jason just did. So, and actually, I'm multi time covered. uh, I am in the process of getting my passport too because I do have a Canadian rove in my future coming up.
Yeah, I need to focus more on north and west up here. North and also west, not northwest, but yeah. Utah and Arizona during Zion next year, and Wyoming because that'll be yeah. And what else is around there? Utah, is Colorado close to there? Isn't that around like Four Corners area? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Like
Montana, Idaho. Yeah, okay.
I know, which I already had planned on going to Arizona next year because not really POTA related, just going there in general. Of course, I'll be doing POTA. We all know I do it every day, but I wanted to go there anyway. That and the fact I really want to go to Arizona because I want to go to Arizona and do a summit with Charlie. I want to do a summit in his backyard with him. So I think that would be awesome. Speaking of backyards, I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but I heard once again there was a POTA FT8er busted not being in the park that he was supposed to be in today.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
No. He was spotted in a 5-fur and he was in a 1-fur. So and he knows the boundaries, trust me. It wasn't an honest mistake. I won't say no names, but once again, we all know he'll get away with it.
Yeah. You know. What can you do, right?
Yeah. Bad thing was he was busted by another activator who actually went and activated the 5-fur.
I want to go back up there and do that again because it was actually in the actual 5-fur. The area that I was sitting in underneath that little clump of trees was pretty damn relaxing.
It is a really relaxing spot, but
I did it in the morning. So
the simple fact that you got to deal with the airplanes every
that was a pain.
minute and a half. I just as soon do the 4-fur, not too far from there, and skip the 5th part, because it's just too loud.
I'm kind of used to it because I activate my local park. Grand Bay is basically right on the outside of the Air Force Base here, and when they're running ops in the weekend, I got A-10s flying over me at literally 50 feet, 50, 100 feet. So I'm kind of used to the plane noise,
Well, I mean, even being used to the noise, it's still going to drown out the people. You still got to stop. And I get it. Most normal activators, I forget. I'm a masochist, but I don't like to stop for 30 seconds for a plane. That's 4 contacts for me. So
all right. So there's what you can get when you go to Utah. You can get South Dakota. Well, you can't get South Dakota, maybe. Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico. Figured Colorado would be in there, but I haven't looked at any kind of.
I haven't really looked at the area or nothing like that. Honestly, I just seen Jason and Kyle talking about it last week, and ever since I heard them talking about it, I was like, I keep thinking about it and keep thinking about it. And I'm like, I think I want to go. I think I want to go. I think I want to go. So
Would be nice for sure.
yeah, it'd be really nice if I have my van by then. Because if I have my van by then, those states can definitely be expanded.
Is that the van you're gonna like write? Free hams on the side of it.
Right? What?
Free hams?
No.
No.
No free ham on the side of it. No. There will be no candy, no hams, no nothing given out of the van. Just QSOs.
Free QSOs.
So something I wasn't thinking about. Speaking of the van, something I wasn't thinking about, and Terry made me think about it because I always say when I get the van, I convert it to the camper. I'm going to put me a 101 MP in it. But I can't run the 101 MP off of a standard battery box because part of it has to have a 50 amp hour or a 50 amp battery instead of a 12 amp. And I forgot about that. So I'm going to have to reconfigure something in there to get that done. But I still want the 101 MP in there because it's going to be the home away from home. You might as well have 200 watts to play with while you're sitting in the park, right?
Might as well. Yeah.
It'll just make aggravating the lids so much worse. It's funny. I heard the story just last night. Somebody's activation was getting messed with or something, and they were talking about a lady had come through and was in Hundam and told them about they had just they were on 20 meters, so they just come from 40 meters, and they just was scrolling the band and just heard these guys talking about how they hate POTA. They hate parks on the air. They just wish we would go away. Well, guess what? We ain't going nowhere. So.
Yeah, it's like Hamradio is dying, but we don't want those fools from POTA on there. We'd rather talk about how the weather is and did Miss Susie get her polyps removed or whatever the hell they talking about. It's ridiculous.
Maybe they should consider starting a new program called colonoscopy parks on the air.
There you go.
Where every QSO you have to tell about your ailment.
Yeah.
It's not a valid QSO if you've not had a surgery for
it. What? Yeah. What we had for dinner and how it upsetted my gastrointestinal fortitude but Hamradio is dying, but we don't want those POTA folks to take up all the air. Yeah. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Man.
I wonder what those guys think about the nets. I bet they hate the nets too. Before POTA, they probably only bitched about the nets. Like these stupid nets come on here. They're not talking about their ailments or their macaroni salad or nothing. They're just talking about checking in and stuff.
Most of them probably run a net, to be honest with you.
Well, speaking of nets, it's funny because we all know if somebody comes over and asks me nicely, unless it's a contest weekend and it took me 2 hours to find that spot, but if they ask me nicely, I'll move for them, But if they say you're going to move or anything, we all know I'm not going nowhere. But so PP Man was out activating the other day, and he got a few QSOs in, and this net comes over and it's like, we're trying to run a net 2 down, and you're splattering all over us.
A QRP guy.
And I told him, I said, listen, you were nicer to me because if I was there, I would have been like, look, if my 5 watts is splattering all over your net 2 down, you may want to think about getting you a new net control operator because he ain't got nothing.
God almighty.
Uh,
Uh,
but yeah, it told him he was splat. And PP man moved for him. You're splattering all over us.
that is insane. Jeez.
Because I know anytime I've did QRP, anytime anybody wants to move near me, they run me off. You know, I can't run them off with QRP.
Speaking of that, guess who's activating right now and just spotted?
Who?
PP.
Is he really?
My ham alerts just went ding ding.
He was just in the chat too.
Oh my god.
He's as bad as me. I'll sit and watch somebody stream from a park, and as soon as the stream's over, I at least wait till the stream's over, PP man. As soon as the stream's over or something. That's like my Thursday videos. Every Thursday video drop I watch, well, I'm not going to say everyone, but 99% of the videos that I watch in my premieres, I'm watching from the park.
As soon as you post 73 into the video comments, it's CQ Park's on the air. CQ Park's on the air.
Listen, and Kent, Q9 Alpha Echo Echo, he will sit there and watch the video, and as soon as I say 73, he'll get ready. I normally won't even get spotted, and he'll get me. But I swear, the games that they play, man, like I get it. I do use a lot of the same frequencies, but sometimes when they're really getting me like that, I'll just totally move way off exotic from where I normally am, and they're still before I can get it spotted. Especially they get it when I'm hopping from sideband to CW. You know, because I am pretty consistent with that. You know, there's a range right there that I try to stick into, but it's funny because I'll sit there and I'll hit my tuner, and when they hear that tuner, the second that tuner stops, I ain't changed the frequency or nothing because I ain't even asked them to use or nothing. You know, I ain't even put nothing in my log yet. But the second that tuner stops, they'll hit it. They'll send out their call sign.
Except when you tune down on the CW portion like the last couple of days and it's been full of RIDI signals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that RIDI contest.
So annoying. Like you couldn't find nothing anywhere.
I didn't look at the contest calendar before that. And then I swapped over yesterday afternoon, maybe the day before. I can't remember. But I went to 20 meter CW, just tool around a little bit, and it's just like wall to wall, just RIDI. And I'm like, what the heck? And I looked on the contest calendar, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, I started to last night, and I was like, you know what? I've got plenty of contacts. I went to 40 meter at the very last, and I was like, could not find nothing. I started just to go up to the sideband and spot on CW and do it. Because, you know, technically CW is legal anywhere. But I just didn't want to hear some lid coming through. But I really thought about just jumping in the sideband, knocking out maybe 10 or 15 more CWs and then being gone.
You should do that. Just activate sideband on like 7269 and then say, all right, I'm hopping to CW, then run CW on the same frequency.
You know, that's what I need to start doing with them 80 meter guys.
Yeah.
When they set and they cause disruption, my whole entire activation, as soon as I'm done, but all right, I'm going to CW and immediately go to CW on the same frequency.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, thank God he's finally got. No, damn it.
And then after that, all right, time for some SSTV, guys.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Because I have done SSTV on top of them before when it was funny because they'll still sit there and they'll try to talk over you and stuff. And, you know, you can hear them talking over and stuff like that. But it's annoying them. And somebody, one of them would literally decode all our messages and be like, it's Kilo Oscar 4, and say who it is. It's decoding them all.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Because you can do SSTV where pretty much anywhere too. But it's funny because the SSTV frequencies are in the SSB frequencies anyway.
Yeah.
And people's like, don't activate on them. That's for this and that and the other. I can't remember every single frequency that's everywhere.
I can't either. And sometimes I'll forget, and then all of a sudden SSTV will come on my frequency that I'm at or very close to, and I'll hear it and I'll just move. I mean, I'll let them have their fun where they have their fun. I don't want them to go. It's kind of like the AMers. I'm kind of conscious about where they are. If I don't hear anything up there, I'll go activate up in the top of towards the top of the band. But if they come on and say, "Hey, this is the AM," I'm more than likely going to move if they're not total buttholes about it, because nothing is really stopping them from coming down further into the band.
Yeah,
to be honest,
they do.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it. They want to say we own 7290 to 7300,
yeah.
But yet about every evening in the 7250s, I get ran off by AM.
Really?
So, they do.
Most of the AM I've seen at night lower in the band has been the international broadcast kind of stuff.
But yeah, I got to where when they start fussing, you're too close to the AM calling frequency. I'm like, all right, I got you. And then I just flip over to AM and start activating.
Actually, I think what I'm going to start doing is when they say, you're on the AM calling frequency, I'm like, I'm sorry, you're right. And I'm going to switch to AM and do an activation.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Heck with it.
You're right.
Golf Alpha Reese Cup's been doing a lot of AM recently.
Yeah, I've noticed that. He's been doing it on 80 meters. I haven't done it on 80 meters. So.
Yeah. Actually, right. He just now spotted, if you all want to try him, 72. I got to go back. It flashed over 7274 AM. He's there right now. So
7274 AM. Yeah. If he's still there after the stream, I'll jump over and get him. I always like to get them AM contacts.
I need one more contact there at the park he's in to get my last eagle for where the awards stop in POTA. You have reached the end of the internet.
You need one more park to park, or
just one more hunt at that park.
What are you doing? Why are you not jumping over and getting him on AM?
Because he'll be there tomorrow too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not, it's not, I understand if it was, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, because that would be a rare hunt. But see, I hunt all the time, so I don't have to stop,
Because he's never out, right? I like I said, I love my hunters. I don't even think twice to spot at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't even think, well, there's going to be too many. Everybody's going to be in bed. I don't even think it, because I don't know if you guys set your ham alerts on like 12-inch subwoofers or something to wake you up at night. But I mean, I can't tell you the people that they'll fuss about it. I'm like, man, you woke me up last night. Well, turn off your phone. I don't know what to tell you. That rove out in Western Kentucky, I think where he said we'd be staying, I think it was either 4 or 5 of the ones I need is there, and they'll probably be, I probably won't start that night till like 10 o'clock. So, that's going to be one of those nights, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock probably. I don't know. I can't remember exactly how far they are apart, but anytime you're setting up in the dark too, it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah. But not if you got a cool battery box with lights on it.
That is true. My battery box is definitely cool. It's got spotlights on it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we got about 10 minutes left. I'd say I don't know if it's Frank or Charlie tonight, but one of them will be streaming next, and then Jason's got a stream at 8 o'clock, talking about his plans coming up. So,
and Kyle put out a video today, I believe, about their rove up in the Northern Territories. So check that out on his channel.
So what you got coming up this week, Dan?
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
I'm about ready to pull a Terry one of these days and just retire and go activate wallback.
Yeah. Terry's activated both days this weekend. He is tailgating his retirement.
That's right.
Is what he's doing. He's tailgating his retirement. So he's gonna.
I just hope he can retire like in good graces before they actually fire him for like running out of work so often.
He's gonna retire, and I think he's gonna give Reed a run for his money, maybe for second place in West Virginia. Terry, you can always retire into another state and try to be number one.
Yeah. You can do that the other way around, Chris. It doesn't really work too well that way because, I mean, your filter is so small in CW that I probably wouldn't hear you. I mean, I would hear something, but I wouldn't be able to make out what it is. You know?
I mean, you are welcome to try it. I wouldn't get mad, but I don't know because, for example, you know, some of the lids on 60 meters will try to talk over me. And, you know, they'll hear me on there doing CW and they'll just, oh, let's get this guy. But you're welcome to try it. But now, as far as doing CW to voice, that happens weekly with me. So, it is what it is. I never would have thought at the beginning of this year when I set the goal of 5,000 CW contacts, I never would have thought that I would enjoy CW the way I do. But I really do enjoy it. Even though I could not send CW for nothing today. I was sending all kinds of mistakes. But anyway. All right. So for me, I will be out doing hopefully a late shift tonight, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Because I'm getting ready to be picked up and I got to take them back to their place and use their vehicle after that. But so it'll be late, or I may just start early in the morning. I'll be out there early in the morning because, like I said, it's getting ready to hit October. So I'm tailgating my last 3 months. I've started increasing back to the old me, and
the leaves are falling.
You know, but I know people can tell the difference. You know, in my activations, like I'm activating more than I normally do, and more bands. Like it's nothing to get 6 or 8 contacts per park with me right now. So, but I'll be doing that, streaming on Wednesday, dropping a video on Thursday, and I got a lot of stuff to film this week. So it's going to be a busy week. Thank you guys for the donations and hanging out with us tonight. Go watch either Frank or Charlie and Jason after that, and come hunt me in a little bit. 73, everybody.
See you.